Versatile Mage. Chapter 383. Tracking down the councilman. The problem is, we still haven't located the source of the plague. Mo Fan said with a frown. The defective blood serums still did not prove anything. At most, Councilman Luo Mian would only be accused of selling fake blood serums. The plague that brought terror to Hangzhou City had still not been completely resolved. Don't worry, I've already planted a bug on one of them, said little lowly Lingerling professionally. You're surely the expert here. Mo Fan could not help reaching out to pinch Lingerling's face again. Her adorable face immediately turned into a tigress glaring at Mo Fan. He had no choice but to lower his hand. The sound coming from the microphone was crisp and clear. The one with a fairly rough voice was none other than the vice elder of the magic court, Wang Yi. Wang Yi was bringing his men straight toward Hangzhou's quarantine zone. He was most likely heading back to meet Councilman Luo Mian. Mo Fan was also suspicious of Councilman Luo Mian, but Tang Yu, Tang Zheng, and Heyu trusted him and believed he was on the side of the Totem Guardians. To everyone's surprise, he had switched sides almost instantly and colluded with Zhu Meng. There's no fire without smoke. Luo Mian's decision had immediately intrigued the elder of the magic court, Li Tian. It turned out that Li Tian and Leng Qing had acquired some evidence that suggested the councilman was up to something. Hangzhou's quarantine zone. Under the white tents lay rows of beds with patients shrieking on them. It sounded like the cries of ghouls. As time gradually passed, the wounds festered even more. The antibiotics obtained from the snake's blood were no longer effective at stopping the virus from spreading. Someone has died. The number will continue to increase in the next 24 hours, a healer said to Mr. Lu in a soft tone. I got it. Mr. Lu let out a sigh and said slowly. The virus is still in the patient's blood. It will eventually end up in their heart and brain. If these two vital organs are infected, we will have to be extremely cautious when treating them. Yeah, Councilman Luo Mian is here at the quarantine zone. What's he doing? Mr. Lu went over to the quarantine zone and saw Councilman Luo Mian and his men walking past the patients. His freckled face filled with a hint of worry. Unlike everyone else, he was not wearing a mask. Councilman, please save us. A middle-aged magician half sat on the bed while hugging his kid, who seemed to be around 10 years old. Both of their bodies were covered in blisters, especially their faces. They looked fairly hideous. The judges of the magic court rebuked him when they saw him trying to grab the councilman's hand. They tried to push him away. Stop it, don't be so rough. Luo Mian immediately rebuked his men. The councilman, with a goatee, wore a gentle smile and took the initiative to hold the patient's hand before saying firmly, Brother, take a rest here. Once we kill the snake that's responsible for the plague, you will recover in no time. Unfortunately, we don't have enough firepower at the moment, so we can't touch him yet. I heard that a tribe in Hangzhou City is worshipping the snake like a god. Councilman Luo Mian, is that true? If so, the entire tribe must be held responsible. We should hunt them down and burn every one of them alive. Snapped a man who had just caught the plague. The words immediately infuriated the crowd. Many immediately transformed their sorrow into rage. Everyone, please calm down. We are trying our best to resolve the plague. As for the medical fees, I've already submitted a request to the government. I'll handle most of the fees for you, and we've already found out who's responsible for the plague. It will soon be over, so please bear with us for a while longer. Councilman Luo Mian said sincerely to the patients. We will always trust Councilman. That's right. With Luo Mian's statement, the quarantine zone, which was about to have an uproar, rapidly calmed down. Mr. Lu just happened to witness the entire sequence. He went up with a smile and bowed slightly. Only Councilman has the ability to calm the crowd. What ability? I'm just placing myself in their shoes. Councilman Luo Mian gave a signal to his men so he could have some time alone with Mr. Lu. Mr. Lu, do you have any strong poison? You also know that the snake is responsible for the plague. We've trapped him with a super lightning formation, but as most of the experts were sent to the front line, we can't execute him in time. Didn't you mention that the snake's bile is the key to finding the cure? If you can provide us with some poison to kill the snake, we can easily resolve the situation. Any minute spent waiting could cost a person's life. Mr. Liu understood Councilman Luomian's intention but shook his head with a troubled look. Frankly speaking, the black totem snake is no doubt a specialist with poison. The strongest poison is no different than spring water in his eyes. I don't think it's possible to use poison on him. Councilman Luomian frowned. It was not something he wanted to hear. If that's the case, does Mr. Liu have any idea? I feel uneasy when I see so many people dying on the beds, asked Luomian. Well, as a matter of fact, from our latest analysis of the snake's blood and the virus, we've discovered that the snake's poison and the virus of the plague are not from the same source. In my opinion, Councilman shouldn't put too much effort into trying to kill the snake, said Mr. Liu. Is that so? Councilman Luomian seemed surprised. I have to continue searching for the cure. If you would excuse me, said Mr. Liu. Councilman Luomian stared at Mr. Liu's back. The worry on his face slowly turned into panic and anger. The situation was getting out of his control. First, the military had taken away the blood serums. Now, Mr. Liu had also discovered that the snake had nothing to do with the plague. If they weren't quick enough, their whole plan would be in vain. You, snapped Councilman Luomian coldly. Yes, proceed with the initial plan. Affirmative. Chapter end. Please guys like, comment, share, and subscribe.